Most RAG systems do not fail because retrieval is bad. They fail because the answer sounds good while being irrelevant.
Exactly. Answer relevance is a check on whether the response actually addresses the user's question, not just whether it includes facts from the retrieved context.
So this is not the same as document relevance.
Right. You can retrieve the perfect passages and still generate an answer that dodges the question, answers a nearby question, or mixes in details the user never asked for.
That sounds subtle, but also dangerous, because the output can look polished.
And polished irrelevance is expensive. In a RAG system, users judge the answer, not the retriever. If the answer misses the intent, the whole system feels broken.
Give me a concrete case.
A developer asks, does our API support idempotency keys for payment retries? The system retrieves docs about retries, request headers, and payment errors. But the answer spends most of its time explaining retry backoff and rate limits, then vaguely says reliability is supported. That answer may be fact-filled, but it is not relevant because it never clearly answers the idempotency key question.
So, answer relevance is about alignment to the actual ask, not just overlap with source material.
Yes, think of it as question coverage with discipline. Did the answer resolve the user's intent at the right level of detail without drifting into nearby topics?
Why does that matter so much in RAG specifically?
Because RAG has two ways to go wrong. Retrieval can bring back weak context, and generation can misuse strong context. Answer relevance helps you separate those failures. If retrieval is fine but relevance is low, the generator is wandering.
And if you do not separate those, you fix the wrong layer.
Exactly. Teams often keep tuning chunking, embeddings, or re-ranking when the bigger issue is prompt behavior, answer structure, or poor handling of ambiguous questions.
Let's make that real.
Imagine an internal support bot for engineers. Someone asks, what changed in the V2 auth flow for service-to-service calls? The bot retrieves release notes and migration docs. A weak answer summarizes all auth changes in V2, including user login, token rotation, and session expiry. Helpful? Maybe. Relevant? Not enough. The user asked about service-to-service calls. A relevant answer narrows immediately to client credentials, new token audience rules, and the exact migration step.
That is a power shift, right? The system either saves 5 minutes or creates 20 minutes of cleanup.
Yes, and the losers are usually the users with the least time. Relevance determines whether the model reduces decision cost or increases it.
How does answer relevance show up in evaluation? Because a lot of teams just ask, was the answer correct?
Correctness is necessary, but incomplete. An answer can be correct and still irrelevant. For evaluation, you want to ask, did it answer the asked question? Did it stay on scope? And did it omit distracting material that changes the user's next action?
So, a technically accurate essay can still be a failing answer.
Absolutely. If I ask, how do I revoke a token? And you return a valid overview of your authentication architecture, you are correct in pieces, but failing in use.
Another example.
Consider a customer-facing RAG assistant for a cloud product. The user asks, can I restore a deleted database after 7 days? The knowledge base contains retention policy tables, backup docs, and a disaster recovery guide. A low-relevance answer describes backup frequency, region replication, and support tiers. A high-relevance answer starts with the direct decision point. No, standard retention allows restores only within 7 days. After that, recovery is not supported unless continuous backup was enabled. Then it gives the one exception and the exact doc citation.
That changes trust instantly. One answer helps someone make a call, the other just burns confidence.
And confidence compounds. In RAG, users remember drift. If the system keeps answering adjacent questions, they stop asking precise questions and start double-checking everything.
What are the signals that answer relevance is weak, even before formal eval?
Watch for answers that front-load background instead of the decision, answers that hedge around the key noun in the question, and answers that cover multiple interpretations without choosing or clarifying. Also watch follow-up behavior. If users keep rephrasing the same question, relevance is probably low.
So this is not just a metric. It is a product Smell.
Exactly. It tells you whether your RAG system is resolving intent or merely generating informed-sounding text.
And if you improve it, what changes?
Users get shorter paths to action, evaluators can distinguish retrieval failure from answer drift, and the system becomes easier to trust because it answers the question that was asked, not the one the model preferred.
That is the real bar, then.
In RAG, relevance is not a nice-to-have. If the answer does not hit the user's actual question, everything upstream is just expensive decoration.